Hey, what's up? It's Jordan here, and we are finally gonna walk through how to grow sunflower microgreens, like our most popular microgreen. But good thing is it's super easy and they come on really quick. It only takes about 7 days for them to get to full maturity. So what I've been doing is I've soaked my sunflower seeds for about 3.5 hours, which I think is the perfect amount of time. You could let them soak for up to maybe 5 or 6, I would say. Any longer than that, I just feel like you run the risk of your seeds rotting or decaying, going bad. So we have our two 5x5s, and I'm just gonna spread what I have evenly throughout them. So I just like to dump a good amount in the center and then just spread them out. I'd say that's about a good seeding rate. Anything more than this, I think would count as crowding, and some might even say that this is a little crowded, but I think it's gonna grow just fine. Some people like to cover them with a moist paper towel, but I prefer to put just a light layer of soil over the top because I feel that it keeps the seed moist for that perfect amount of time that it needs to germinate and start growing before drying out. And what the drying out does with this topsoil is it allows the seedlings to poke through that topsoil just a little easier. Some folks don't like covering with soil because it can get a little messy, and it doesn't have to be perfect. It just provides the darkness and the moisture that the seeds need for just that amount of time for it to germinate. So then what you want to do is soak it. Spray it down pretty well. You want it to be coming through the bottom so that you know that the entirety of the soil is moist. Because the worst thing is to have it dry out during its germination phase. Your seeds get a little bit of growth and then they don't have enough moisture and they just give up. I'd say that's about pretty good. And then what we want to do is we're going to cover it. You can take a tray with or without holes. I prefer ones without holes. Even though this one has holes, it should be okay. It will provide enough humidity for the amount of time that it needs. And in about 3 to 4 days, I'll take a look at this and I'll see that the seeds are germinating, and I'll uncover it and put them under the grow lights. If you don't have grow lights, you can just place them next to your windowsill and rotate it every day, and you should be good. But we'll check back in about 7 days and see how they turned out. All right, we're back. It's been 7 days. What we did is we just kept checking the moisture each day. We didn't want it to get soaking, so we just, did the finger test. You touch it, make sure it's just slightly moist. Anything more, like if it's a little muddy or soggy, just leave it and let it continue to dry out a little bit. I'd say this is a pretty darn good batch that we had here. Most of them have shed their shells, but a lot of them have not, but they're just super easy to pick off like that, and you're good to go. So let's just try one. Let's see how it turned out. Just break it off right at the soil line. Nice and crunchy, fresh, a little bit nutty, and that's the sign of a really good sunflower microgreen. So happy planting, everybody.